Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It has been a minute since I posted anything on this channel due to a lot that has been going on in my life. But anyway, that's a different story. If you guys didn't know, I was pregnant and I finally gave birth on June 7th to a beautiful baby boy. He was 7.7 pounds and 21 inches long and perfect as can be. And today I will be talking about my postpartum journey. So on Instagram, I posted a picture almost 24 hours after giving birth of my belly, which I will be inserting it right over here. And I asked you guys if you guys wanted me to talk more about postpartum, just because when I was pregnant with my daughter, all you hear is about the good things about pregnancy, but nobody really talked to me or even warned me about postpartum, which that I feel is a different story, okay? I wasn't expecting that at all. So yeah, today I will be talking to you about my personal postpartum journey and what I had to go through. And just letting you know, everybody's journey is definitely different. Women probably went through worse than me. Women probably went through less worse than me, but I'm just talking about myself. Also just giving you a heads up, it's gonna be a little TMI. So I'm mainly doing this video for the women that want to know more about postpartum. And if you don't wanna know about postpartum, then please click out of this video because this is only for mature ears only, okay? So for the OGs that know me and my story times, you guys already know. I already got my boba on deck. This is milk tea boba, and it also has a little bit of pudding in it. I don't know if you can see. Oh my goodness, it's so bright. You can kind of see it floating in there. But yeah, it's like pudding in there. But anyway, and for the newbies, every time I do a story time, I'm always drinking boba just because I want to. And that's just my little tradition. Bam. Damn, it's hard to suck. And disclaimer, like I said, I'm only talking about my personal experience. And I did give a vaginal birth, so that's what I'm going to be talking about. Unfortunately, I have no idea about the postpartum with C-sections. So I can't really talk about that, or I really don't have no say-so in that because like I said, I don't know nothing about it. So you don't really hear much about postpartum, and I just basically had to learn as I go. I didn't know that it was that extreme. So after giving birth, one of the things that I definitely remembered was when my nurses, they had to press down on my stomach. And let me tell you guys, it is a sucky ass feeling. And the reason why that your nurses do have to do that is to make sure that your uterus contracts back down to normal size so you don't bleed out. Let me tell you, that is just the worst ever. Every time that my nurses have to come in and they have to tell me, all right, Sarah, you know what it is, you know what we have to do, I'm just like, man, oh man, it sucked so bad. So what they do obviously is they lay you flat down and they gotta press down pretty firmly depending on your nurse. Some nurses, they do it pretty soft and I'm just like, thank you Jesus. But then there's some nurses where they're just like, okay. Maybe not that violent, but I mean that's what it felt like. Another thing was that they had to straight cath me, which is basically taking like a tube and then they put it up your pee hole so the urine can come into a bag. And they only do that if you have trouble peeing. And I just remember that after giving birth with my first, I couldn't pee at all. And I just remember that my nurse told me that if I cannot pee, they're gonna have to straight cath me. And I already knew what that meant, and I already knew what that was because obviously I work in the medical field, and I was beyond scared. And mind you, my epidural already faded out because even though I did have a vaginal delivery, I did have an epidural, which that was heaven, by the way. So I remember that I tried my best to pee and I just couldn't pee at all after giving birth. I believe that they give you about like 30 minutes to an hour after, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but yeah, they do give you some time to try to see if you can pee. And as much as I tried to pee and as much as I tried to force it out, it just couldn't come out. So unfortunately, I did have to get straight cath. And man, oh man, that was a pretty scary experience. Also, another thing is that you will be having a period for the next couple of weeks. And let me show you what they provide you. Their version of Victoria's Secrets. Bam. Can you see it? It looks so light. But yeah, so this is the underwear that they provide you in the hospital. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful. Also, another thing is this bad boy. I know that a lot of hospitals are different, but this is what they provided me in my hospital. This is a big ass pad that you have to wear because, like I said, you will be bleeding a lot postpartum. You will be bleeding out a lot the first couple of days, and after that it does get lighter, but yes, you will be bleeding for the next couple of weeks. And this is also what they provided me, a perineal cold pack, because you will be sore down there, which I didn't really use much after pregnancy. And also what my nurses provided me was this. This is for pain, burn, and itch. Every time after you pee, you always have to like clean and rinse yourself. And oh my gosh, I totally forgot my little spray bottle. Dang it. But anyway, this is for pain, burn, and itch, which I did use this. And I spray down that area after every time I pee and I rinse and all that stuff, and I clean myself up. And this as well. So this is basically 50% witch hazel, which it kind of looks like this. Yeah. So you use about like 3 or 4 of these. You kind of line it up like a little Subway sandwich onto your pad. So your panties alone, after doing all this and prepping all that, I feel like I was wearing a wet ass diaper. Like, it was heavy, but I mean, hey, it helps out a lot. Also, I totally forgot to bring my little spray bottle, but that will be your best friend for the next couple of weeks. I'll try to see if I can maybe like insert a picture somewhere, but it's a little spray bottle that they provide you in the hospital. So that's what it basically is. It's kind of like a little spray bottle where you just kind of just clean down there, whatever. So yeah, it just makes you feel super clean because you can't be rubbing down there and all that. So the pressure from that bottle is just like everything. You just kind of the bomb. Another thing that sucks is when you stay in the hospital, I believe, just depending on your situation, with my firstborn, we had to stay in the hospital for like 3 nights. And then with my second baby, we stayed in the hospital for 2 nights. Don't be expecting it to be a hotel stay because it's not. The nurses do have to come in the middle of the night to check on you and to check on baby. So you could be dead tired, but the nurses do have to come in and do their job. And then on top of that, of course, this is your newborn baby. Baby's also gonna be waking up in the middle of the night too for feeds and for diaper changes and all that. So you will be dead ass tired. And another thing is, well, this personally has not happened to me, but I do have a couple of mom friends that this did happen to. But depending on the mommy, you will experience hair loss. And I really can't speak much about it because, like I said, I haven't personally been through it. And you will also experience a thing called baby blues. So with baby blues, it's kind of like you go through a little bit of depression after birth. Just because during pregnancy, obviously your hormone levels are like at an all-time high. And then after giving birth, everything just plummets down. So you just have so many mixed feelings. You feel irritable, you feel sad. It's just so many different feelings all at the same time. And usually baby blues, they can last for like a couple days to up to 2 weeks. And obviously after that, that's considered like postpartum depression. But make sure you talk to your doctor, let them know how you've been feeling and all that stuff. And, you know, hopefully they can tell you more about it. But I definitely had baby blues with my kids. It's something that you can't really control just because you just are going through so much physically and mentally. After giving birth, you have physical changes with your body and, you know, you adjusting to this new life and always taking care of a baby, and you just don't really have time for yourself anymore. And all of that just kind of just hits you all at once. And on top of that, with family and friends, they want to see the new baby, and, you know, people want to come over and you got to entertain your guests. And at night you have less sleep because the baby wakes up every couple of hours to feed and to change and all that stuff. Like, it's a lot on you mentally and physically. And I think what a lot of people fail to understand is that when you're pregnant, you feel like, you know, it's all about you because, you know, you're carrying a child, and people are like a lot more nicer to you. People cater to you just because they know that you have a baby in you, so they're like a lot more careful, you know, etc, etc. But once that baby is born, a lot of people tend to forget about the mom, because now the baby is here. So now people want to see the baby and people want to hold the baby, and you know, it's all about the baby. But like I said, people fail to know that obviously you still have feelings, you know, like people tend to forget the mom. Obviously it's not their fault, they don't know, and people just want to see the baby that's just been in your tummy for like the past 9 months. And I just remember that I believe for like the first week that my son was born, we've had a lot of friends and family coming into the house and wanting to see our new addition to the family, and you know, everybody's just so happy, and I try to fake a smile at times, and even though I was just dead on tired, like, you know, I'm not that type of person to be like, yeah, no, I don't want you to come over, I don't want you to come over. As tired as I was, I would still allow friends and family to come to the house and see the new baby, and you know, just I would just fake a smile. But in reality and how I felt inside, it was just something totally different. It was something totally opposite from what I was showing on the outside. And it was crazy because obviously Dario, my fiance, he noticed how I was, that my mood started kind of changing. I had literal bags under my eyes, and I was just so tired, and he could tell that I was a little bit more irritable with my daughter Saray and with him a little bit. Bless his heart, there was one day where he actually surprised me with, you know, a 90-minute massage and a pedicure. At first I was just like, no, I'm okay, like I'm cool, I'm good, you know what I mean? Like, you know, it's just my hormone levels like just kind of going up and down. It's, you know, literally a couple days after I gave birth, and he was just like, no, like you have to go take a day to just spoil yourself, like you definitely deserve this. I finally did, and man, oh man, after that I didn't know that I needed that so freaking bad. Self-love is definitely very, very important. I just remember driving back from getting my pedicure, and I also picked up like some food for me, and I got a random text message from a friend, and in the text message she asked me, hey, how's little man doing, but most importantly, how are you doing? And I swear on everything, I just burst out crying my eyes out, because ever since giving birth, nobody asked me that. Like, you know, because like I said, everybody's so happy and so concentrated on the baby to the point where you just kind of felt forgotten. Because I felt like I was standing alone in the corner while the crowd is like over here just concentrating on the baby. And I just felt like, you know, somebody actually just turned around to look at me for a second and just like, hey, how are you doing? You know what I mean? Like that's how it feels like. So yeah, I mean, if you guys know anybody that is expecting or anybody that just gave birth, just make sure to always just check on them, check on their mental, just check on them, period, because you don't know what they're going through mentally. It's really, really hard on a woman, very, very hard. But yeah, baby blues is definitely no joke. Also, anyway, if you guys watched our family channel of our labor and delivery video, Dario, my fiance, did mention that he had a cooler for my placenta.
Let's go see how she's doing. And I got the placenta box. We'll explain that later.
So I'm gonna be talking to you a little bit about that. So I had my placenta encapsulated, which is basically having my placenta turn into pills. So I collabed with this company called Mommy Made Encapsulation, and I'll list their Instagram right over here. They were the ones that made my placenta into pills. So I will be inserting a video right here that I posted and that she also posted on her Instagram on how she encapsulated my placenta.
Hello, Team Placenta. I wanted to come on here, and before I post one of our next influencers encapsulations, her story really touched me. I'm going to share with you guys her post. She has such a beautiful family and a beautiful story, and thank you so much, Sarah, for letting us be part. So without further ado, here's her encapsulation.
So yeah, that is the process on how to make placenta pills. I have been taking my placenta pills for almost a week now, and I can just tell a huge difference. So the benefits of having your placenta turn into pills and taking them is, I'm gonna go ahead and read it right here. It increases milk supply, it balances your hormones, it prevents the baby blues, increases postnatal iron levels, it lessens postnatal bleeding, increases energy, prevents signs of aging, and combats fatigue. Like I said, I've already taken my placenta pills for about almost a week, and I have to say that all of this is definitely true. I am breastfeeding at the moment, and prior to me taking the placenta pills, I was definitely struggling. So as much as I was trying to breastfeed and as much as I was trying to pump, I wasn't really making much milk. But after taking my placenta pills, yes, my milk did start slowly increasing. I feel like my energy definitely increased as well. And the whole baby blues, it's not even there anymore. Like, I just feel like myself again. So if you guys want to know more about placenta encapsulation, definitely check them out, Mommy Made Encapsulation. And they have so much more information for you if you guys are interested in making placenta pills. They also do this amazing art as well on your placenta. If you guys don't know, my son is my rainbow baby. I did lose a baby in the beginning of 2019. And the artwork that they did with my placenta, they made it into a cute little rainbow art to represent my rainbow baby. And with the umbilical cord, they made a cute little gold heart as well that I can keep forever. It's definitely amazing, and I definitely recommend. That is my personal experience when it comes to postpartum. Hopefully I covered as much as I can. I should have written this down, but I feel like I've covered the majority of it. For the mommies that have been through this before, make sure to put down your experiences as well in the comments below, and let's help these new mommies out. Now, I'm not telling you guys to scare the hell out of them, okay? Just let them know your guys' personal experiences. And for the new mommies, don't be scared of our experiences. You guys are gonna be going through something totally different from us. Hopefully this video helped out, because I literally walked into postpartum blindfolded. I did not expect any of the stuff that did happen to happen. I just thought that, boom, you're gonna pop out a baby, everything's gonna be fine, probably some sleepless nights here and there. That's about it, okay? I did not know about the excessive bleeding. I didn't know about the pressing down on the stomach. I didn't know about baby blues. I just didn't know in general. By me making this video, I hope that it helped a little bit with what you are going to expect. But you guys got this. We are women, we are strong. Just know that men can never in their lives, okay, never go through the shit that we went through. Women power. For the new mommies and for the women that already gave birth, I hope that you guys are doing good. I hope that you guys are okay. I know that it's really hard at times. I know that you're probably tired, that you're probably irritated, that you're probably emotional. But just know that everything by the end of the day is going to be okay. Even though pregnancy is rough, even though the hormones are rough, even though postpartum is rough, like I said, by the end of the day, everything is totally worth it. My babies are beautiful. My babies are healthy. I love experiencing new milestones with them. Being a mom is the most rewarding and the most amazing job in the world. Even though it could be the most stressful, even though you're gonna be tired, even though you're gonna be mad, even though you're gonna be emotional, by the end of the day, it's absolutely worth it. I would not take anything back, because I love being a mom. Being a mom is the most amazing feeling in the world. All right, guys, well, I tried to explain as much as I can. Hopefully my video helped you guys out just a tiny bit on what to expect postpartum. It is a crazy journey, so make sure you guys have your seatbelts on, okay? Let me know in the comments below if you guys have any more questions, and I will try my best to answer them as much as I can. All right, well, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, bye.